All right, got to Atlanta today, guys. SEC Media Days, day one. Just heard from Commissioner Sankey. A couple LSU players have already gone. Missouri goes today. And I'm just gonna bring you guys a little bit of a behind the scene look right now, walking through. You see, it's all decorated. Little stuff like this. So, it's all ready. If you want to come, part of it's going to be at the College Football Hall of Fame, and some of it's going to be in the Omni. You can't go inside the Omni and do all that stuff, but if you're close to Atlanta, you're going to make the trip, you can come and hang out at the College Football Hall of Fame and do that. I'm going to bring the mic up closer. I'm outside now. I'm walking over to the College Football Hall of Fame. Ryan Curley from Dog Post here. Make sure you're checking out DAWGSTRUCTION. Make sure you're checking out our preview magazine. You can get that in a bundle right now, limited time offer. What did Sankey have to say? Well, I want to be honest with you. He kind of was talking in circles. He kind of was rambling on for a few minutes. He started out his address just kind of recounting the last year of college football, kind of stuff we already knew. Said it, quoted Bob Dylan. I'm going to put this in the background. But he didn't really tell us anything that we didn't already know. Were you expecting something else? Not really. I think that he's going to get an opportunity to talk for a few different times today, but in his initial address, didn't really say anything that stuck out to me that much. I'm trying to get the views for you guys. This is an initial video. Me and Dean are going to pump out all sorts of videos for you guys this week. But he said what's been happening can't happen anymore, and he didn't give us any context to that. I don't know what he was talking about. There were a few things where he made these bold statements without any context, and I'm not sure, I don't want to speculate on what he means because it was unclear as to what he was discussing. So the main topics right now have been the transfer portal, NIL, and all of the realignment, all of the conference expansion. Where is the SEC now? We're going to get an opportunity to ask him questions later, and so hopefully we can get some answers. I don't expect a lot of clear answers, if we're being honest. Does anybody expect a lot of clear answers? I don't really think so, but because I think that even they don't know the exact plans at this point. It's all open. The TV deals are all over the place. You kind of got to see how the dominoes fall with the Big Ten TV deal. We know that the SEC and Disney have their deal, and those are kind of the major topics right now. At the moment, Texas and Oklahoma, that's not going to happen for a couple of years, guys. They're not coming over to the conference for a couple of years. I think 25 or 26 is when they actually come over and start SEC play. Yeah. College football. Here, I'll just show you guys. So you can come and hang out and check stuff out. It is open to the public, at least this portion of it, but all decorated, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to videotape inside, so we'll find out about that probably. But so I don't know. I guess the long story short is Sankey didn't say anything new, nothing new for us, and it's kind of what I expected. So I think it's going to be curious. On Wednesday, we're going to get Stetson, we're going to get Kirby, we're going to get Nolan Smith, we're going to get Cedric Van Pran, so that's going to be really good to hear from them, hear what they have to say. Some leaders on the Georgia Bulldog team, redshirt sophomore, Cedric Van Pran, and then a couple seniors in Nolan Smith and Stetson Bennett. Tomorrow, Alabama, Nick Saban. I think it'll be curious to see what Brian Kelly has to say, his first year in the SEC, what his thoughts are on this LSU program, and his initial thoughts on being in this conference. But I gotta say, I like this being in Atlanta. I put this on the message boards. I like this being in Atlanta a lot more than I liked it being in Birmingham last year. Hoover. It was really in Hoover. It wasn't actually in Birmingham. It was just south. I think, the organization of it is a little bit out of whack. There's a lot of different rooms and everything like that. So it's just nicer. The Omni's nice. I think it's cool. You got the College Football Hall of Fame. Fans can be involved in their own way. So I think we got an upgrade from last year as far as how this event is being handled. But I, of course, have already run into internet issues what's new. I had that problem last year in Birmingham. But, let us know down below any questions that you guys have that you want to be answered from the Georgia players, from players of other schools. Do you have any questions for Saban or Bryce Young? I think tomorrow's going to be really interesting with Bryce Young and Nick Saban and Jordan Battle. How do they respond? How does a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback answer these questions? I think they're going to be pretty dialed in. I thought that the Georgia players last year, JT Daniels, Jordan Davis, I thought they were really dialed in at media days. It was the first time that it was as long as a year ago, it was as far as a year ago where I thought, wow, this team is really locked in. I think this is going to be a special team. I noticed that at SEC Media Days. So is that something that we're going to get out of Stetson, out of Nolan Smith, out of Cedric Van Pran? Or is that something we get more from Bryce Young and Will Anderson? I'm really curious to see what the chatter is from these Georgia players after such a big success. They finally win the national championship. These players got that taste. How do they respond? That's the thing I'm most curious about on Wednesday. Let us know if you have any questions down below. Make sure you want to say dawgpost.com. Make sure you're checking out DAWGSTRUCTION, and we'll see you guys all week.